Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. As of late, there have been a lot of rumors about future MCU films swirling on the internet. Rumors about Captain Marvel, Endgame, and Far From Home. Some of which are obviously fake, and some that could actually have some truth to them. But by far the most interesting rumor out there right now is that a certain British Marvel hero is set to make his debut in the MCU soon. And I mean very soon. As in, within the next couple of months soon. I am, of course, referring to none other than the Black Knight, a Marvel sometimes hero, sometimes villain, who has recently made headlines after some rumors have come out saying he's in Avengers Endgame. And really, the evidence is piling up. So today, I'm going to take a look at these leaks and rumors and try to determine the validity of them, and definitively answer the question, is the Black Knight in Avengers Endgame? But before all of that, some of you may be asking, just who is Black Knight? To put it very simply, he's a modern-day knight who wields an enchanted sword called the Ebony Blade. There have been a couple of knights in the past, Sir Percy of Scandia, Avengers and Iron Man enemy Nathan Garrett, who actually didn't wield the Ebony Blade, and the main Black Knight, the hero and longtime Avenger Dane Whitman. Dane is a descendant of Percy, who was the first Black Knight. Percy lived back in the 9th century, and was good friends with the likes of King Arthur and the famous wizard Merlin. Merlin forged him a special sword called the Ebony Blade, which was made from what he called Starstone, which was actually some kind of meteor. The blade has a couple of neat tricks to it, such as the ability to cut through basically anything, and to make its wielder almost unkillable, and to link with its owner. However, the blade also has a curse. If it is used to kill too much, it will begin to thirst for blood, and will even bend the will of its wielder to supply its thirst, basically turning them evil. Dane has had to deal with this a couple of times and has even been driven mad by the blade before, but he always comes out on top. It's not particularly surprising that the Black Knight is making his way into the MCU, as he has had a pretty extensive history in the comics. He's a pretty famous Avenger, as well as a member of the British superhero team, the MI-13, and even a member of Luke Cage's Heroes for Hire for a while, apparently. He's sort of faded into the background lately, other than a few sparing appearances and a very short-lived comic in 2016, as part of All New, All Different Marvel. But despite that, there have been a lot of MCU-related rumors in the last couple of months for him. The earliest I remember was last September, when rumors came out saying Marvel was developing a project called Captain Britain and the Black Knight. They were said to be holding auditions in November and December 2018. Apparently, it even had a director attached to it, Guy Ritchie, famous British director behind the likes of King Arthur and Sherlock Holmes. According to the possible leaker, Marvel was keen to fill the date left by the upcoming James Bond movie, which was pushed back from November 8, 2019 to February 14, 2020. It's this that makes me doubt this very much, as there's simply no way Marvel could make a movie that quickly and quietly. I mean, that's this fall. But it's still worth mentioning, I think. But then, in December 2018, MCU cosmic writer Jeremy Conrad teased that he'd been hearing talks of Black Knight, and that he has something to do with the quantum realm. Ah, the quantum realm, the answer to all of life's Marvel mysteries. Where do Captain Marvel's powers come from? The quantum realm. How will the mutants and/or Fantastic Four be introduced into the MCU? The quantum realm. How do the Avengers travel through time in Endgame? You get the picture. But it makes sense. It's been teased for quite a while that the quantum realm would be a huge part of the MCU moving forward. Michael Douglas himself specifically said it would play a pivotal role in Endgame and Phase 4 of the MCU. So this certainly lines up with that. So what kind of connections does Black Knight supposedly have to the quantum realm? Well, a recent post to 4chan claiming to be updates for multiple MCU Phase 4 projects claims that Black Knight will come from the Quantum Kingdom, aka that subatomic city we saw a glimpse of in the background during Ant-Man and the Wasp. According to him, The kingdom will play host to a series of people lost in time and space, including the Black Knight. The leaker seems to imply that the MCU's Black Knight will be an actual knight from Arthurian times, lost in the quantum realm. How he got there, I don't know, maybe the Ebony Blade has some kind of quantum powers to it or something. Ant-Man director Peyton Reed did recently confirm that there are civilizations living in the quantum realm. Now, there are certainly grounds to question the validity of this. A lot of this guy's leaks here seem plausible, but not particularly groundbreaking, like stuff we kind of already knew about. Also, he completely fails to mention Shang-Chi at all, which is a bit suspicious. In any event, all of this and recent announcements from Marvel Comics have led fans to one theory, that the Black Knight will make his secret MCU debut in Avengers Endgame in April. This Marvel Comics announcement came in their April 2019 comic solicitations earlier this week. Marvel runs this program called True Believers, where they reprint classic stories that readers can buy for $1. It's a cool way for new readers to catch up with the Marvel Universe's history. In April, their True Believers haul is Endgame themed, obviously. You've got a lot of Avengers versus Thanos type stuff, but there's also some pretty interesting, seemingly random stuff that fans have speculated could be clues towards Endgame. One of these issues is Avengers issue 343, which is the first part of the Gatherer saga, a story which features a team of Avengers from various times teaming up to take down a threat. This has long been rumored to be Endgame's plot, more or less. The Russos have teased that they took inspiration from the Avengers Forever comic, and Kevin Feige himself has mentioned the final Star Trek The Next Generation episode, titled All Good Things. Both of these have the same basic plot. Endgame is said to feature time and/or alternate reality travel to some degree, and set photos have shown a current-day Tony Stark talking to what appears to be a Battle of New York era Steve Rogers. So what does this all have to do with Black Knight? Well, the rumor is that in order for the Avengers to travel through time and/or dimensions, they'll have to go through the quantum realm. This is backed up by leaked toys and promo art showing them wearing very Pym-Tech-esque suits, which have been nicknamed quantum suits. And of course, Black Knight is said to be inside the quantum realm. But I'd like to take it one step further. The cliffhanger post-credit scene of Ant-Man and the Wasp showed Scott getting trapped inside the quantum realm when Hope, Hank, and Janet were all taken by the decimation. Based on the trailer and set photos, it's clear that Ant-Man is, in some way, vital to the Avengers' plan, and that he knows something important. There have been many theories about how he escapes. Maybe he travels through a time vortex and comes out in the future. Or perhaps Doctor Strange or Captain Marvel rescues him. But what if we have it all wrong? What if he doesn't necessarily leave immediately, but instead stays inside the quantum realm like Janet did, and runs into none other than the Black Knight? And maybe other Marvel characters from various times in the past and future. It's been reported that Emma Furman is playing an older Cassie Lang, so perhaps this is where Scott meets her, inside the Quantum Kingdom. Maybe it's Black Knight in stature who helps Ant-Man escape from the quantum realm to get back to the Avengers. It's crazy, but it actually kind of makes sense, and would be really cool. It's a way for Black Knight to appear that doesn't necessarily take attention away from the main point of the film, giving the OG Avengers a big final conclusion. So, is the Black Knight in Avengers Endgame? Well, I've got to say, it's looking good for that. There's some actual tangible evidence to support the rumors, the True Believer stuff. And unlike a lot of the less believable rumors regarding Endgame, this one actually kind of fits, and isn't some completely nonsensical fan fiction type of thing. But it's worth mentioning that Conrad's original tweet, and even the more recent 4chan leak, don't necessarily specify that Black Knight is in Endgame. They just say that he's on his way to the MCU, and that Marvel knows how to introduce him. For all we know, he could be in anything from Ant-Man 3 to a Disney Plus series, to his own solo film. But I think there's too much to this to simply write it off. Hopefully we'll know more soon. It's very much possible, if not likely, that Endgame will debut a TV spot at the Super Bowl on Sunday, February 3rd, aka next week. I doubt they'd just throw Black Knight in the trailer, but it could have some teases towards the film's use of the quantum realm. According to Feige, the trailers won't really show anything from Endgame past the first 15 to 20 minutes. That's not long in a possibly 3-hour movie, but it is long enough for the quantum realm to begin having a role. Whatever happens, one thing is clear. Big things are coming for the Black Knight, and they may be coming sooner than we think. But what do you guys think? Would you like to see Black Knight make his debut in Endgame, or do you think there are better places for him to appear? Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and to subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.